Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Let's get it going. Let's talk baseball here on Monday, August 19th. All right, we're going to have three best bets, recap yesterday, and I'll get into some of my thoughts with all of these games that we have going down tonight, as well as we will have that big teaser right now, 4-1 on that officially for the Discord play of the day. So if you guys are new to the channel, this is a great time to do it. We're going to keep a running tally here. Make sure you guys all hop on over there. There will be links down below in the description. Discord, Twitter, subscribe to this channel, all that good stuff. If you guys can take care of all that for me, that would be much appreciated. We're getting close, trying to get to 5,000 subscribers on YouTube and trying to hit 500 and 500 within Discord and Twitter before we ramp up NFL content, which let me know down below in the comments. Are you guys just solely baseball bettors? I know we get a lot of conversation in the Discord. People are really looking forward to the NFL season starting, but I'm just kind of curious. I want to get to know you guys, which people out there are solely baseball bettors, so that way I can best fit my content for you guys and kind of really start to shape up what we're going to be doing for football season. I got a few ideas, and I think I know the direction I'm going to head with daily videos, but for me, it's just all about kind of getting the numbers at the best possible opportunity, get them early, opening numbers in NFL, college football. It's really the name of the game, and then we can always come back on the other side and take some closing line value, create windows, cash tickets. It's really a beautiful thing within football season, within sports gambling. It's truly a second job. Well, I should say like fourth or fifth job, but anyways, who's counting? But let's get into the picks, and you guys should all understand that yesterday was a Jake. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but we did hit the Discord play of the day, so make sure you guys all hop on over there so you don't miss a beat when we talk that play that we have coming out. But I had to lay a little bit, though. I laid the juice. Sometimes you get that feeling. It just doesn't matter what the number is. Treat it, it's not good to do over the long haul. You're going to lose more than you win. But if you do have conviction, sometimes you just have to lay whatever number possible just to cash that ticket. Okay, so let's get into the games. We will have three best bets, like I said. It's a shorter slate, so I am going to kind of talk about all the games, and I will tell you guys which game that I will have a play in, so make sure you guys all check that out. I will do that around lunchtime today, so probably around noon Eastern, okay? But within this, we have the first game on the card is the Arizona Diamondbacks, Miami Marlins. This is where we get into the matchup between unknown pitchers. It's a to-be-determined day. I don't know if they're going to staff it off of travel, but nonetheless, Arizona's going down to South Beach, and for me, I'm playing the Miami Marlins on the money line. It's whenever this number gets a little close to 200, I'm always jumping on it. Diamondbacks have looked fairly sketchy, and guys, feel free to take the Diamondbacks because we bet them twice over the weekend. They got swept. I absolutely hate that. It's probably my least favorite thing in baseball is when you play reversion to the mean. Oh, you can't lose 3 games in a row. Oh, you can't lose 4 games in a row, and then you get burnt. But sometimes that happens like that, and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes we're able to cash, and we're on the other side of the sweep where we hit all 3 games. So I'm not going to really, cry over spilled milk. It's the Diamondbacks. They made it to the World Series last year. My team has the best record in baseball, and I would trade their seasons this year if I could have watched them in the World Series. Albeit they did not get the job done, and they lost. That's probably one of the hardest things in as a sports fan, not nonetheless a bettor, is when your team does make a championship round and then they have to take home that second place. It's happened to me quite a bit. So if you guys want to hear my sob stories or my obituary for that matter within my sports rooting interest, feel free to send me a message and I'll try to share with you guys some kind stories. But anyways, I digress. And like I said, Miami, we're gonna have a play on the money line at a half unit. Okay, and yes, we are gonna get into the Reds, Blue Jays. It's an interesting narrative here. Okay, we can talk about the Reds till we're blue in the face. But the bottom line this comes down to is these are less than 500 teams. And recently, if we want to get into some of the numbers, yeah, there are some spots where I dive all into the Reds, but I just do not like the Blue Jays right now. I can't trust them. I can't trust any of the numbers that we roll out here. But frankly, for me, if I was going to have a play in this game, I know the Reds haven't named a pitcher, but for me, it's a +1.5. I like the Reds on the money. I'm sorry, on the run line at this -145 price. That would be my lean, but not an official play. Okay. And then we can get into the next game, which is going to be Baltimore and the Mets. I do want to pull something up for you guys, and this is going to be just straight off the cuff, but David Peterson is pitching for the Mets, and I think he's having one of the best seasons in baseball that, quite frankly, unless you're in fantasy baseball, you're not really going to understand exactly how good he's pitching. He's basically going at least 5 innings, quality start every outing. He gets his hits. He doesn't give up more than 5 hits a game, and he doesn't give up more than 2 runs a game. This isn't just like a weekly thing. This is basically dating back to the beginning of the season. He had one outing on June 12th against Miami where he gave up 4 runs and 8 hits. Okay, that's his worst start of the season. And I think some people actually bet the Mets in that game, and they just have a sour taste. So you always have to keep a fresh mind when you look to bet baseball. Things change on a weekly basis. If you've ever played the sport, you know what I'm talking about. Get a little slump buster and get back there in a box, and next thing you know, you're a 330 hitter for the next 60 days. It's just very, very crazy how baseball can ebb and flow. Okay. But within this matchup, this is quite frankly a very interesting one within Baltimore. We know what Baltimore is going to be doing, okay? And that's kind of where we're at with Trevor Rogers. And that's another story. 2-11 on the season. So this is a Mets line all the way, -120. David Peterson, like we talked about, 7-1 on the season. The Orioles yesterday, they scratched the game out against the Red Sox, albeit getting outperformed, outslugged, and they somehow won 4-2, which was one of our bets that we had yesterday as well. But in this game, this is something where I'd love to bet the Mets, but everything baseball is saying take Baltimore with plus money, take this game over the 8.5. Stay away from the money line, and that's what we're going to do. But I wanted to talk a little bit more about this, just kind of give David Peterson some run. And if you guys are looking into betting this game, because it is going to be a popular, kind of out-of-market game for a lot of people, interleague play, just a little narrative to go along within that contest so you guys can make the best decision for you. All right. And then the Pirates and Rangers, that will be the next one that we're going to talk about. No play for me. It would be Rangers money line -120. No pitcher announced, so I don't like giving you guys official plays when there is no pitcher announced. But depending on who that is, we will be going with the Rangers -120. I'll make that decision a little bit later in the day. But as of now, when I'm recording this video, I don't have any bet in this game. Okay. Now, I told you guys I would kind of allude to which game the Discord play of the day will be in, and it's going to be in the Kansas City Angels game. And I'm actually going to give this bet out a little bit earlier, just because I said noon, but I do. If you guys are going to tail on this pick, I want to get this play out a little bit sooner than later. So I will put this probably around, say 11 a.m. Okay, so 11 a.m. So someone over there send me a message if I forget, but I do want to put this out a little bit sooner. That way I do not forget, to help to basically get in front of these odds. Okay, I have a feeling that the odds are going to move, and that's why I want to get it out a little earlier. So I'll give you my analysis on this game over on the Discord. Okay. Also, Red Sox 8 Astros. This is a game where it's another one where I had to really look into some pitching. And Tanner Houck. Okay. He's kind of my Jekyll and Hyde from a betting perspective, but he's had like basically one bad outing in the month of August, and it was not against Houston, but he faced Houston 10 days ago. Okay, and that's kind of what this handicap comes down to. Another kind of turning point within baseball, if you ever played the game, this works. This is a double-edged sword. If you faced a pitcher and there's some recency bias there, it could work one of two ways. In the last outing against Houston on the 9th, he had 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, gave up 1 earned run, and had 3 walks. Okay, he threw 82 pitches and had a really dominating game. And I think when you look into this, it's important to understand that he's still 8-8 on the season, and now he finds himself in a matchup against Yusei Kikuchi. I think this is a Astros team that you look at the series against the White Sox that they were just able to do. Runs were kind of weird, and I'm going to stay away from this game. But if I came very close, very very close to betting this game, and in the way that I was going to bet it would have been towards the over. I just have a feeling that Houck and Kikuchi, they have great quality starts, but I think this is going to be something where we get like a 5-4 victory, 6-4, something along those lines. I think we get close to 10 runs in this matchup. So that's where my lean is. I'm not going to bet it, but that's where I'm standing right now. Okay. And then we will get into another bet that we do have. This is purely a value play for me. Tampa Bay and Oakland. I'm a big kind of Oakland bettor. I love it from a run perspective. They don't really have any good arms. And, it's something where they have a lot of scrappy young hitters. I love watching them play. And in this matchup, this is kind of going into that narrative, okay? Tampa Bay was able to, albeit almost losing to the Diamondbacks in extra innings, which I knew they were going extra innings all along. So for whoever thought that I was crazy for taking Arizona, them going down 6-0, just, you got to understand that I knew they were going to extra innings. Just kidding. That's a joke. But we lost that bet, and now we're into this game. And it's the same kind of thing. I think Tampa Bay stays hot. I think they put up runs. Oakland, the numbers are all there. Taj Bradley, one of the best pitchers that we got for in that Rays in that Rays rotation. But for the Athletics, I think they get some runs. I think Tampa Bay gets some runs. And this is just purely a value play. 7.5 is just not the number I would have. I would have this 8.5. So I have no problem taking Tampa Bay minus 114 on the over. Okay, so we are going to be taking that that bet, and I'm locking that in because I do think that number is going to move a little bit. Okay, 3 games left. Twins and Padres. Michael King hosting Zebby Matthews. These are two, kind of the value plays in the futures market if you're going to get into that. For me, this is Padres or nothing. I think they bounce back. You could even look at Padres run line. I'm interested in that as well. I do see some runs. I think 7's a little low in this game as well. But I do like the Padres here in this spot very much. Okay, almost made my card, I should say. And then we have 2 final games. Giants, White Sox. I mean, if you're going to take the White Sox here, plus 203, God bless you. But it's Giants or nothing. Kyle Harrison's been serviceable, to say the least. And it's just too steep of a price at $2.20. So I'm going to stay away from this game. But pretty nice dance partner if you guys want to get a little money line parlay of the day. I have no problem taking the Giants and coupling them with the Kansas City Royals in a 2-team money line parlay. Probably be not my Discord play of the day, but if I was going to do a money line parlay of the day, that's where I would be at in that bet. Okay. And then Seattle and the Dodgers, Brian Wu, Gavin Stone. I like this in terms of a no-run first inning play as well. This game and the Mets game would be my nrfi candidates for today's matchups. But Seattle Dodgers, this is my last official play. We're going over 8, minus 120. Brian Wu has been fantastic since coming back from injury. 2.06 ERA, 5-1 on the season. Really, really interested to see what he could have done if he was going to start the beginning of the season off and have a lot more outings under his belt. But Gavin Stone, we were riding him for a long time. Mookie Betts is back. Got to sort out a lot of their lineup concerns. They got a lot of things going on distraction-wise for the Dodgers, but I still like the Dodgers and believe why they're the World Series favorites. But, we were backing Gavin Stone on the money line quite a bit. 10-5 now on the season. I'm not going to lay the minus 140 for them on the money line, although I do love that price at home for the Dodgers. Okay, so let's attack this from the over 8 perspective, minus 120 as my last official play on today's card. Okay, so a lot of things to digest, a lot of things to take in. Here are a breakdown of my picks. Tampa Bay, Oakland over 7.5, Seattle Dodgers over 8. And we are going to sprinkle a little half unit that we accumulated over the weekend at plus 180 on the Marlins today as my third official bet. Okay, so that'll wrap it up. If you guys haven't done so, make sure you guys all like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Follow me on X. Hop on over to the Discord. That pick will be coming out, like I said, about 11 Eastern. And make sure that notification bell's turned on. Okay, I want you guys all get updates when I do drop something on the channel. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Good luck with your picks, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.